In lesson 46, we're looking at radical expressions and radicals to fractional exponents. One of the things that we need to do whenever we're adding and subtracting radicals is to simplify under the radical before we start finding our common denominators and rationalizing. So I'm going to go ahead and start by simplifying this 56. So I would factor 56, so I'd have, say, 2 and 28, and then 2 and 14, and then 2 and 7. And I see that I could take a 2 out, and I would have the 2 and 7 left on the inside. So let me just write this 3 square root of 2 over the square root of 7 minus 5 square root of 7 over the square root of 2 plus, and since 3 is already out there, that would be 3 times 2 square roots of 14. And then to simplify my fractions here, so I don't have a radical in my denominator, I'll need to multiply the first one by the square root of 7 on top and bottom, and the second one by the square root of 2 on top and bottom. So I'll have 3 square roots of 14 over 7 minus 5 square roots of 14 over 2, and that'll be plus 6 square roots of 14. Okay. And then I'll go ahead and find my common denominator, which is going to be 14. So for the first one, I'll need to multiply top and bottom by 2. And the second one, I'll need to multiply top and bottom by 7. And then on the last one, I'll need to multiply top and bottom by 14. So for the first one, I'll have 6 square roots of 14 over 14. Then on the second one, I'll have 35 square roots of 14 over 14. And then on the last one, multiplying the 6 and 14, let's see, that's 24. So 84 square roots of 14 over 14. Okay, and then I just need to combine my like terms. So 6 minus 35 plus 84 is 55. That'll be square roots of 14 over 14. And then because this doesn't simplify any further, the 55 and 14 don't have any common factors, I can just leave it like that. Alright, in our next section, what I'm going to do is write my 3's with fractional exponents. So for the first 3, well, let me do this in steps. So I'll have 3, and then I'll have 3 to the 1/2, just getting rid of this radical right here. And then I have to divide their exponents by 2. So I'd have 3 and 1/2 for this 3, and then this 3 already has 1/2 power, and 1/2 divided by 2 is, oh, that should be 1/2 right here. So 3 to the 1/2 and 3 to the 1/4 over here, because 1/2 divided by 2 is 1/4. And then I would add those exponents. So this would be a 2 over 4. So I'd have 3 and 3/4 as my exponent, and I'd leave it like that. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing, and I believe on this one that is supposed to be over that other square root. I will double check to make sure. Oh, they are separate, so we're all right. But it does show this as having a 3 right here. Okay, so I would have to divide by the index of each of those. So that has the understood index of 2, and this one had a 3. So I would have x 3 over 2 for this, and then I'd have y 2 over 2, and then for the next one I'd have x a 1 over 3, and y a 1 over 3. And then I'm going to add their exponents, so I'll have to find a common denominator, and that would be 6. So I have x, and that would be 6, and then I would have to multiply both of those by 3, so 9 over 6, and then y. Now this, since it's 2 over 2, that would be the same as just a 1. So I can use the 3 as a common denominator and say that this is 3 over 3. And then for my x over here with the 6, that's going to be a 2 on top because I'd have to multiply both top and bottom by 2. And then I can leave the y as the 1/3. So on this one I'll have x to the 11/6 power, and I'll have y to the 4/3 power. And we can leave our answer like that. Alright, so again, I'm just dividing by whatever the index is. So on the first one, I'll divide each of their exponents by 3. And then on the second one, I'll divide each of the exponents by 4. So I'll have x to the 5/3 power, then y to the 3 over 3, so that'll be like a 1. And then I'll have x to the 1/4 power, and then y to the 5/4 power. So I'll find my common denominators. So between 3 and 4, that would be 12. So I'll have x, and I'll have to multiply by 4 on top and bottom. So that'll be 20. And then for the y, since that's a 1, I can have 4 as my common denominator and say it's 4 over 4. And then the x here, it's going to have a common denominator of 12. So times 3 times 3, so that would be 3 over 12. And then for the y here, I can leave that as 5 over 4. Now, if you just wanted to use the fraction button on your calculator, you could, but this would be just doing it by hand. So on this, I would have x to the 23 over 12 power, and then for the y, I'll have 9 over 4 as my power, and then we can leave them like that. So those are not something we would think about every day, but they are not too bad if you just practice them.